My name is Jason Hong. I'm a qualified lawyer in Hong Kong and have recently passed the QLTS assessment on my first attempt. I started off as a trainee here in Hong Kong. I did my PCLL here, which is actually the local version of the LPC. And after finished that PCLL, I went on to be a trainee solicitor and become qualified in Hong Kong. I specialise mainly in corporate finance and other related commercial deals. I want to take the QLTS because I want to be, obviously, is to get qualified in England and Wales, and I believe this qualification is very useful for me, for my career and probably for my future as well, as I might actually go to England to practice one day. Well, it's a very pleasant experience, obviously, and the teachers I have encountered are all very helpful, and they know their subjects well, and they are very good at preparing me for the skills component of the test, which I believe is actually the most useful when it comes to the assessments. For me, the mock test is the most beneficial. I found that really useful because before the mock test, I have no idea as to what would be expected in the real test. And after the mock test, the tutor had given me all the feedbacks, and I get to know what are the weaknesses and my strengths. And I believe that I learned a lot out from this. Well, on average, I spend about 3 to 4 hours a day during the weekdays and about 5 hours a day during the weekends. I really couldn't do anything more than that because of my work. I felt quite comfortable actually when I started my first assessment. I believe that especially after the first day, that I have been given the right materials and given the right skills as to what to do in the exam, so I feel pretty good about it. I'm now an in-house lawyer for a company, and my job includes, amongst other things, reviewing contracts, some of which may actually be based upon the law of England and Wales. The QLTS has actually given me good working knowledge about the law of England and Wales, and actually by passing this assessment, I will be admitted to the roles of solicitors in England and Wales, which will also give me a right to practice there. So that's really beneficial, I believe. Preparation course is definitely useful for preparing the assessments. The main reason is that the syllabus itself is rather unspecific about what they're expecting, and I believe that a good preparation course would actually lead you through as to what would be required in the assessments, which I believe many candidates are not really that certain about. My advice is that don't just concentrate on the technical knowledge itself, and instead be prepared for the skills part of the assessment, which I think is actually more important than anything else, and I believe that the QLTS school preparation course can help you to achieve this. I would recommend the QLTS to those who want to get qualified in England and Wales. And besides, I would also recommend QLTS to those lawyers practicing in the area of commercial and litigation who might actually have a lot to do with contracts based upon the law of England and Wales. And as far as the time required for preparing the QLTS, I would suggest 1 year would be enough for that. Well, to be an effective modern lawyer, I believe the essential skills are good language skills and presentation skills. And besides, I believe that all lawyers, regardless of their jurisdictions, should possess the skills as laid down in the day one outcome of the SRA guidelines. I believe that they have got what would be people would be expected from modern day lawyers.